Have you ever wondered about the status of women in Japan, North Korea, and South Korea? A question that might seem simple, yet it's layered with complexities that echo through the vibrant streets of Tokyo, the quiet villages of North Korea, and the bustling cities of South Korea. When we think of these three countries, we often envision their technological advancements, their rich cultural history, and their societal structures. However, beneath this facade of progress and tradition, there lies a lesser-known reality that many choose to overlook. This reality involves the women of these nations, who, despite contributing to the progress and development of their respective societies, face a myriad of challenges and struggles. In Japan, a country known for its blend of tradition and modernity, women often find themselves ensnared in a societal web that restricts their full potential. Similarly, in North Korea, a nation shrouded in mystery and secrecy, the plight of women is often lost amidst the country's political narratives. And in South Korea, a nation that's a global leader in beauty and cosmetic industries, women grapple with immense societal pressure to conform to often unattainable standards of beauty. This isn't just about the status of women in these countries, but rather it's about the unspoken plight that they endure. It's about the stories that are seldom told, the voices that are often hushed, and the struggles that are frequently ignored. So why is it important to discuss this? Well, because understanding these struggles is the first step towards creating a world where women are not just seen but heard, where they are not just present but valued, and where their potential is not just recognized but celebrated. As we traverse through this journey, we'll unravel the threads of these societal issues, one country at a time, one issue at a time. We'll delve into the lives of women in Japan, North Korea, and South Korea, and explore the stark realities that hide behind the glitz and glamour of these nations. Let's delve deeper into the lives and struggles of women in these nations. Because their stories deserve to be told, their voices deserve to be heard, and their struggles deserve to be acknowledged. Japan, a country renowned for its technological advancements and rich cultural heritage. But what about its women? As we delve into the heart of Japan, we find ourselves navigating a complex labyrinth of modernity and tradition. This intricate blend of old and new presents a unique challenge for Japanese women who find themselves straddling two worlds. Take, for instance, the story of Yumi, an accomplished software engineer in Tokyo. Despite her qualifications and achievements, Yumi regularly encounters the gender wage gap, a persistent issue in Japan's corporate world. She earns 73% of what her male counterparts make, a stark reflection of the global average wage gap. This disparity isn't just about numbers, it's about the value placed on women's work and their contribution to society. Then we have Ayumi, a dedicated mother and homemaker. Ayumi's role is largely defined by Japan's traditional gender norms that emphasize women as caretakers and men as breadwinners. Despite the significant shift towards egalitarianism in many societies, Ayumi, like many Japanese women, is still expected to shoulder the bulk of domestic responsibilities, even if she chooses to work. Workplace discrimination is another hurdle. Meet Keiko, a talented marketing executive who has been overlooked for promotions time and again, in favor of her male colleagues. The proverbial bamboo ceiling is a reality for many women in Japan, where only 10% of managerial positions are held by women. And let's not forget societal pressure. The case of Mariko, a single woman in her 30s, highlights the societal expectation for women to marry and bear children. Despite her personal choice to remain single and focus on her career, Mariko often finds herself under scrutiny from friends, family, and even strangers. This undue pressure not only infringes on her personal freedom, but also adds a layer of stress to her daily life. However, it's not all bleak. Japanese women, resilient and determined, are challenging these societal norms and pushing for change. Yumi, Ayumi, Keiko, and Mariko, they represent the countless women who are breaking barriers, rewriting narratives, and paving the way for future generations. Japan, a paradox indeed. A country where ancient temples coexist with towering skyscrapers, where cherry blossoms bloom amidst concrete jungles, and where women navigate the crossroads of tradition and modernity. Yes, the challenges are significant, but so too is the spirit of Japanese women. Their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs are testament to their resilience. They are the unsung heroes propelling Japan forward, one step at a time. So, as we marvel at Japan's neon-lit cities and serene Zen gardens, let's also acknowledge the women who contribute to its progress. Let's recognize their strength, their courage, and their indomitable spirit. It's a paradox of a society that is both modern and steeped in tradition. Now, let's turn our lens towards North Korea, a nation shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The stories emerging from North Korea paint a picture of a society where women bear the brunt of the hardships. While the regime's propaganda machine projects an image of a utopian society, the reality is far from it, particularly for women. Let's take the case of Hyun-soo Lee, a defector who managed to escape the repressive regime. She tells a harrowing tale of survival, which is a stark reminder of the daily struggle that North Korean women face. Hyun-soo's story is not unique. There are thousands of women like her who endure severe human rights abuses, suffer from a lack of education and healthcare, and are often subjected to forced labor. Human rights abuses in North Korea are rampant and systemic. Women are particularly vulnerable. They face gender-based violence, sexual abuse, and exploitation. Forced marriages and human trafficking are also common. The lack of education is another critical issue. The regime's strict control over information and education means that many North Korean women are kept in the dark about the outside world. Schools often serve as a tool for propaganda rather than a place of learning. This lack of education limits their opportunities, keeping them trapped in a cycle of poverty and oppression. When it comes to healthcare, the situation is equally dire. The healthcare system in North Korea is woefully inadequate, and women often bear the brunt of this. Maternal mortality rates are high, and access to basic reproductive health services is limited. Women are often left to fend for themselves, leading to severe health issues. The regime also exploits women through forced labor. Many are sent to labor camps where they toil under harsh conditions with little to no pay. They are forced to work long hours, often in dangerous environments, without any regard for their well-being. So why do these issues persist? The answer lies in the regime's iron grip on the country. The government's control over all aspects of life, combined with its pervasive propaganda, makes it nearly impossible for women to voice their concerns or fight for their rights. They are silenced, oppressed, and left to endure their hardships in silence. Despite these challenges, North Korean women show remarkable resilience. They find ways to survive, to care for their families, and to hold on to hope, even in the most trying circumstances. Their strength and tenacity are a testament to the human spirit. The Iron Curtain of North Korea hides a grim reality for its women. We must remember that behind the headlines and the politics, there are real people suffering. It's our responsibility to keep the spotlight on them, to keep telling their stories, and to keep advocating for their rights. The Iron Curtain of North Korea hides a grim reality for its women. South Korea, a global powerhouse in pop culture and technology, but what is the cost for its women? In the heart of Asia, South Korea shines as a beacon of modernity. Yet beneath its glittering surface, there lies an undercurrent of pressure that is as relentless as it is demanding. This is a society where beauty is not just appreciated, it's expected. And it's not just any beauty, it's a very specific type of beauty, one that conforms to a set of standards that is often unattainable without help. In fact, South Korea has the highest rate of cosmetic surgeries per capita in the world. It's a phenomenon that is both fascinating and troubling. From double eyelid surgery to jaw reshaping, women are going under the knife in pursuit of an ideal that is as rigid as it is elusive. A culture of perfection has taken root, and it's a culture that often leaves no room for individuality or acceptance of one's natural features. But why this obsession with physical perfection? The answer lies in a complex web of societal expectations, media influence, and economic realities. In a competitive job market, appearance can be a decisive factor. Beauty is often equated with success and even happiness. But this pursuit of perfection comes with a heavy price. The impact on mental health is profound. Behind the facade of flawless skin and perfect features, many women are struggling. The pressure to conform can lead to anxiety, depression, and a host of other psychological issues. It's a silent battle that is fought behind closed doors and makeup counters. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are voices rising against this tide of unrealistic expectations. Women are gradually starting to push back against the beauty standards that have long been imposed on them. From movements encouraging women to embrace their natural beauty to campaigns against cosmetic surgery advertisements, there are signs of change. However, the road to change is long and arduous. It requires a shift in societal attitudes and a redefinition of what it means to be beautiful. It requires the dismantling of harmful stereotypes and the fostering of a culture that values diversity and individuality. After all, beauty is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It's as diverse as the human race itself. It's not just about the shape of one's eyes or the contour of one's jawline. It's about character, resilience, kindness, and so many other qualities that can't be measured by a ruler or a scalpel. The pursuit of perfection takes a heavy toll on the women of South Korea. But as we move forward, let's hope that this pursuit becomes less about conforming to a rigid standard and more about celebrating the unique beauty that each woman possesses. The journey may be long, but the destination is well worth it. A society where every woman feels beautiful, not because she fits into a mold, but because she is herself, unapologetically and fearlessly. Understanding the struggles is the first step towards change. Indeed, the journey towards equality is a marathon, not a sprint. It's a path paved with patience, persistence, and an undying spirit of resilience. Let's explore this path as it unfolds in Japan, North Korea, and South Korea. In Japan, the winds of change are beginning to blow. Women are gradually breaking free from the shackles of traditional norms and stepping into roles previously denied to them. Local activists are leading the charge, advocating for equal opportunities and fighting against discrimination. They are the rising suns in Japan's dawn of gender equality. In North Korea, the path forward is more complex. The veil of secrecy makes it challenging to gauge the exact nature of women's struggles or the progress being made. However, international organizations are working tirelessly to penetrate this iron curtain. They're striving to empower North Korean women, equipping them with the necessary tools to demand and secure their rights. South Korea presents yet another landscape. Here, the fight is against the pressure of perfection, a societal expectation weighing heavily on the shoulders of women. The emergence of movements like Escape the Corset signifies a collective rebellion against these unrealistic standards. Women are reclaiming their identities, their bodies, and their voices. Indeed, the path forward is fraught with obstacles, but it's not insurmountable. Every effort, every change, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. International organizations play a crucial role in this journey, but the true power lies in the hands of local activists, the unsung heroes on the ground. They are the ones turning the tide, one wave at a time. And let's remember, this isn't a fight confined to these three countries. It's a global issue, one that requires a unified, worldwide response. Each of us, in our own capacity, can contribute to this cause. We can raise awareness, challenge biases, and stand up against injustices. Change may be slow, but every step counts. Each of us can play a part in advocating for women's rights. After all, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. We've journeyed through the lives of women in Japan, North Korea, and South Korea. This journey has taken us through the streets of modern Japan, where progress and tradition sometimes clash, causing ripples that affect the lives of women. We've seen how the weight of expectation and societal norms can lead to a life of silent suffering, even in a country as advanced as Japan. We've ventured behind the Iron Curtain of North Korea, a place shrouded in mystery and filled with tales of hardship. We've heard the unspoken stories of North Korean women who bear the brunt of a regime that often neglects basic human rights. Their resilience in the face of adversity is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. Our journey also brought us to South Korea, a country known for its technological advancements and pop culture. Yet beneath the shiny veneer, we've seen the intense pressure on women to conform to unrealistic standards of beauty, leading to a culture of critique and self-doubt. These stories, as diverse as they are, share common threads of strength, resilience, and the enduring spirit of women. They are a reminder of the challenges that still exist, even in societies that seem to have it all. However, change begins with awareness. By shedding light on these issues, we hope to spark conversations and encourage understanding. It's crucial for us to remember that everyone can play a part in fostering change, whether it's through sharing these stories, educating ourselves, or advocating for reforms. Let's not forget that these stories represent real lives. Behind every statistic, there's a woman with dreams, hopes, and aspirations. It's time we started seeing them for who they truly are, not just as victims, but as survivors, as warriors, as individuals who have the power to shape their own destinies. And so as we conclude this journey, let's carry these stories with us. Let's remember the lessons they teach us about resilience, about strength, and about the power of hope. Let's use this knowledge to effect change, to support one another, and to build a world where every woman has the freedom to live her life as she chooses. Remember, knowledge is power. Together, we can make a difference.